Hi everyone, I'm Bagadon at StockMarketCaddy.com. Today is June 18th at 3:11 in the afternoon, 3 p.m. You're looking at the intraday view of the swing machine, what we call the swing machine, our proprietary systems running on over more than a dozen futures markets at an intraday level. We are currently long the NASDAQ up here in this corner, long, underwater about $10. Why did we go long the NASDAQ? Because we took this signal right here that told us to get long. This is the swing machine. It's been long for just 377 tick candles, if you will. This does not run on moving averages. It's a proprietary system. Here, it'll tell us to be long or short, if it's ripping or dipping. It'll tell us how many candles or bars it's been long. It'll tell us the trade per. So we're about $5. We had about $5 of slippage, just one tick, what the machine did. Tells us the entry price that we entered long. Tells us the time, 3:09. Gives us the date. Even though it's at a micro level, it tells us what the combined trend is. What is the combined trend? It's the combined trend which measures, or the GPS combined, the GPS near and the GPS distant. It takes this information and it compresses that information and converts it to a combined trend, which we monitor. Where we're long, we want to see this trend continue. We want it to be long and strong. And this is our altimeter, this one right here. Not these, this is something else. And these are all green, telling us we got buying pressure, which is good because we are long. Now we're going to stay long and strong. And if the price should pull back, it will dip. It will tell us a dip. We can choose to continue to hold it, or we could just simply take our profits. Now we just had a little quick drop there. Somebody probably put it in a market order, but we're still long. There was no dip, and if it fails, it'll give us a short entry, which we may or may not take. But if we do get a short entry, we will exit that trade. Now it's at a tick level. These trades can last from a few minutes to a few hours, sometimes even for a few days. We can average sometimes between $100 and $300. Sometimes they'll run for $800 and $900, $1,500, or even $2,000. You never really know. What it's doing is tracking the money flow in the market. We don't even need to look at a chart. Very calm, very precise. Now, do we win on every single trade? No. But our losers are measured. When we lose very, very little. Why? Because we'd have to be an idiot if we can't read when Swing Machine says get short and we're long. That's not a good condition. So we just sit tight. But this is how we manage our time, how we manage our risk capital, how we manage our win-loss rate. And our win-loss rate isn't really as important, isn't nearly as important as what we call our profit factor. What is a profit factor? A profit factor, if you have a profit factor of 5 to 1, you know you're going to be making money at the end of the month, because that means you're making $5 for every dollar you lose. You can't help but make money. So if you've been subscribing to someone or following someone, or you've never heard the term profit factor, then somebody isn't being very honest with you. Because the reality of it is, you could have a win-loss ratio of 9 out of 10 and have a poor profit factor and be losing money. You could have a win-loss ratio of less than 50% and have a good profit factor and be making money. Not uncommon at all. So it's the profit factor that you want to monitor. So right now the market is very flat. We're just kind of oscillating back and forth. Now YouTube only lets us put up videos for 10 minutes, and I thought I'd come in and give you a glimpse of our proprietary system running on the TradeStation platform. So keep your eyes glued to right here. Still long, 5 segments. Trend is strong, trending up, and I got plenty of buying still. So haven't made much money yet, but I have no reason to leave. While you're watching that, let me just talk to you for a few minutes about who we are and who we are not. I am not a broker. I am not a broker. I'm not a financial advisor. I am not recommending to anyone to buy or sell anything. And that trading in the markets, particularly leverage markets, futures markets, options markets, people can lose money in large sums of money. Now we're getting a little moderation here. Trend is moderating, getting a little bit of selling, and I'm long. Rather not see that. I'm down about $25 or $30. And this is how we manage our risk capital. Now, I'm not usually, the moment you go into a trade or the moment you come out of the trade, it's probably the most critical time. Pilots, when they're landing a plane or taking off, when they're under 10,000 feet, they don't talk, they don't have conversational talk in the cockpit, at least they're not supposed to, because they want their focus on their altimeters and on their instruments, which is what I'm focused on right now. But I did want to show you this. And see, we even draw a distinction. This is intraday trading. Some people will say, I even have a neighbor who will say he has no idea what I do, but he says, he thinks he knows, and he says, oh, you're a day trader. Well, that's not really the case. A day trader, and we have many day traders that follow us, or our members. Day traders, in my view, are swing traders. They put on a trade ideally at the end of the day for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. Intraday trading, we could be overnight, but mostly we're not. We're providing liquidity to the market and making a dollar for providing that liquidity. So we're intraday traders, not even day traders, and we manage our risk accordingly. Now we have members for just $99 a month. They belong and they get a video presentation each and every night that is approximately 1 hour long from Sunday through Thursday. Now we realize members may not be able to see the whole video each and every night, but we don't want to shortchange anybody. We don't know what night you can, so it generally is about 1 hour, no more than an hour. And you can get a good feel for the markets, and we try to present, we have other systems and try to present those other systems and the opportunities that are being presented. That is our level 1 or our base membership. Now for those that want to trade full-time, we have a level 2 membership and you need to be a base member as well. We have a level 2 membership at $400 a month in addition to the base, which makes it $500. Now there's no other charges after that. Intraday, you get a live view of the swing machine. We try to show you lessons like what we're doing right now as this trade is starting to run. You can take these signals and learn to trade them yourself. We also have proprietary indicators, proprietary strategies, and we make all of those available to you, provided you're on TradeStation, who we have no affiliation with, but all of our systems run only on TradeStation because we think TradeStation really is the best. So I'm approaching the 10-minute mark, and YouTube's not going to let us go much longer. So I'm going to have to pause the video, note the time, 3:20, July 18th. We are running. And just before I come out of this trade, either as a winner or as a loser, I will open up the video and close it out. If you like this approach to trading, though, mechanical, disciplined, patient, calm, surgical, feel free to give us a call. My cell number is 813 758 8263. Okay, now this trade is approaching about $100. Hasn't been that long. It went in at 309. It's not even 330 yet. How many of these trades do we get in a day? Well, I can tell you the NQ has given us 10 long trades and 7 short trades. Now you don't have to trade every single one, and that's since midnight. And they just keep coming and coming and coming. You know, and there'll be more tomorrow and the day after that and the day after that. And the beautiful thing of it is, it really doesn't matter to us, you know, if the market is in a bull mode, in a bear mode, or what it does overnight or whatever, because we're only trading the here in the now. Isn't that a beautiful thing? So I'm just going to pause this, and I promise before I kill the trade one way or the other, I will come in and show you. Okay, so we're going to go ahead in, just in the interest of time. We have really no reason to come out of this. We had a high watermark of about $135. Well, we might stay with this here a little bit longer. You could be watching this and have whatever chart you want to have on your own computer. Many of our level 2 members do just that. But you know, now we've let this run, but even if we would have taken $100, you know, if you did that, you know, 6 to 7 times a day here, and you know, you know, that was that, you know, 6 to 7, $800 thereabouts in winnings. And maybe if you lose a couple hundred, and you net, you know, $400 or $500 a day, nice, methodical. See, we're getting a little bit of selling. Okay, we're getting a little bit of buying pressure now, and we're going to sell into that buying pressure. And now again, this trade went off at just 309. It's not even 330 yet. So if you make $100 in a half hour, not all bad. I mean, we like to do a little bit more than that, but that's a couple $100 an hour. And let's just stay here. I'm watching the time for YouTube. But by the same token, I would like to try to make $100. I would make, you know, that's about $200 an hour if you wanted to break it down that way. But we don't really, because we never really know how long we're going to be in there. And just as easily as we were up, you know, $60 now, we've had trades where we're up in 20-30 minutes, $600. The one thing that we won't be, though, is we won't be down $600. Why? Because we're at a very small level. This baby would light up red, 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 and tell us to get out, get out, get out. Okay, we're still in the trade. As you can see, we had a $50 drawdown. That was our max drawdown. We had a high water run up of 135. The time is 3:33, so we haven't been in this trade 30 minutes. And in the interest of the YouTube video, I'm going to go ahead. I'd like to hold this a little bit longer because it's all buying, but let's see if I can just hold for just a little bit longer. See if we can make 150, 200 here in a half hour. Folks, we built this over 10 years, my wife and I. And this is what we do day in and day out. And we don't accept everybody. But if you're a like-minded individual and want to take over control over this life, you determine what you want to trade, what kind of risk capital you want to put in. You know, if $200, you know, or $100 in a half hour doesn't cut it for you, and you want to be trading the Dow, for instance, the Dow. Look at the Dow. The Dow is up 1,500 from just June 13th. We got oil trades and heating oil trades that went off today at 12:11 that are up $600 or $700. You choose what markets you want to trade and what you want to apply. When we give you some coaching tips on how to, you know, to manage that risk, how we would go about it, and then you're free to, you know, have your own charts on your own desk and you could be trading right from here. Okay, I've got to say goodbye because we're 15 minutes is up on YouTube. We're going to go ahead and hit this price, make our 80 bucks in a half hour. You know, win some, lose some. We lose very little. Usually do much better than that, but we wanted to show you the realities of a live intraday trade. Very comfortable.